and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Ghostrunner 2 walkthrough, and this is mission 12 called Something Lurks in the Sand. And it is boss fight time once again. Now we're gonna take on next to Hostiles and Ahriman. This is the absolute easiest boss in the game. And it is also very fun. I really enjoy this one. And there we get the first hint. And throughout this level, or throughout the beginning of this level, Kira continues her odd questioning of Jack about what he does for fun. And that conversation is, I think, very fun. Actually, they have a great banter, great dynamic in between the two. But there you see the boss. That is Naga the Sandworm. And calling this a sandworm, I think, is the understatement of the century. Because that worm is bigger than the town I grew up in. And he will chase you out here in the open. When you get to this part where he's behind you and tries to eat you, make sure as soon as your boost meter fills up, empty it. Flush that boost. Because if you wait just for a few seconds too long to flush it, he will devour you. I actually had, when I was recording this, I had my girlfriend sitting next to me because I was focusing on the road, and she was told, I had her sitting there telling me, it's full, it's full, it's full. So if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, or some kind of significant other, well-trained pet perhaps, let them help you out if you're struggling with that particular section of this boss fight. And I think this looks so cool, the entire thing about you rushing down this old destroyed highway and Naga trying to threaten you and eat you. And since you can see, Naga is very armor plated, and due to that armor plating and Naga's size, taking him on from the outside isn't really an option. So we're gonna have to try to get inside Naga. And while you're doing this, while you're driving out here, Kira and Jack are arguing about the best way to take this on. Because he asks her, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And she responds like, how should I know? You're the one with the sword. But either way, we need to get inside Naga, and Naga will be very compliant in letting us come in there. That sounded really disgusting, and I apologize. He is a very hungry little hippo, so we just jump and he devours us, and now we're inside. And in here, the first thing you want to do is try to avoid running into these giant saw blade looking things, and you will be rushed by some beetle looking robots, and here they are right on cue. So just shoot them down with your machine gun, and as I mentioned before, when you're firing the machine gun, make sure that you don't hold down the button, because that will overheat the rifle quite quickly. So make sure to just tap the button. And after you've gotten through enough of these sections, you will run into a narrow corridor, or narrow corridors, where you will see like almost blisters on the walls. That is when you want to start swinging your sword for dear life and start taking out those blisters, because that will take down Naga's health bar. And in each corridor there is a lot more blisters than you actually need to take out. So I'm gonna show you when we get to the next corridor, like here. No, that was not there. Ignore what I said. I think this looks so cool. I really like this. Here is one of those corridors, I think. Yes. Just start swinging your sword, straight up to either the left or the right wall. And when the game decides that you had enough fun in there, you will see the rest of the blisters, whatever you want to call them, the containers, just flush their content. And that is your cue that you have damaged Naga enough for this turn, and you will have to continue on to the next one. And I think this looks really intense. It may look a bit challenging, but it really isn't. I think this is one of the absolute easier boss fights, even though it is very high paced and very fun. And I'm really happy they included it in the game. Because there's a lot of shit going on. And that's great that they have done all the boss fights unique. The only challenging part is that when suddenly the door is, or the door you're supposed to go through is, you realize that you're driving on the ceiling or something like that. I think this is the last corridor, and all that remains now has just a sliver of health left. So now we take out the heart. Now you can hold down the button. Because that takes out the heart, and Naga is dead. And I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.